It's been with me since 2000. That was a Wednesday night that I can never forget.
Patricio Castro is building a jewelry business in New York City's Diamond District. 11 and a half miles from the former Wendy's on Main Street in Queens.
I go by Flushing, but I try to avoid Main Street.
It's been nearly 23 years since two killers took the subway to a robbery at the fast food place that turned into a massacre.
7 people shot and 5 dead at the scene. It was not what we'd call like a usual call.
Patricio Castro only recently viewed our special report from 2020 when the only other Wendy's survivor, Jaquan Johnson, spoke with us on the 20th anniversary of the savage crime.
The bullet went in right here and went through, came through the nose.
Castro, an immigrant from Ecuador, was 22 in May 2000.
I love to cook.
He and Johnson were cleaning the grill at closing time. Castro working at Wendy's less than 2 weeks with his new colleagues.
They were nice, and I get along with all of them.
The only woman on duty that night, cashier Anita Smith.
The saddest part was when Anita, she was open the door to leave. The big guy, he went and asked her to come back. She was almost like 1 foot outside on the street.
The big guy was robber Craig Godino. The ringleader was former Wendy's manager John Taylor.
I did not shoot any of those victims in there.
But witnesses said Taylor commanded the night supervisor, Gina Gust, to bring the other 6 employees to the basement.
They told us to lay down on the floor, not looking at them, just looking at the floor.
They were all taped. Every one of them had a plastic bag placed over their head.
Craig Godino later said Taylor shot the manager first.
And once he reached over and shot him, he shot the female. That's when he told me to finish it.
Castro said he passed out when he was shot in the cheek and then had a vision.
What I really remember is that I was walking and I saw a light. I was like, maybe I'm dead.
But Castro woke up to find a dead co-worker across his legs.
And I said, is everybody okay? No answers. Is everybody okay?
Then he felt a kick.
I moved to the back, to the side, and I saw what Jaquan was. And I just saw his face, like he was like happy to see me, that he's somebody else. It's injured, but it's still alive.
All I remember was Patrick shaking me like, yo, you all right, you all right? He was like, yo, you think you could make it up the stairs?
Castro had a hard time moving Johnson. He said he crawled to a fax machine to call 911, worried the killers might still be there.
Then I saw the lights and the sirens from the police. I took him, I carried him, I put him on my shoulders, and I just run. I don't know how. From the basement to the stairs, I just run. To the dining, I put him on a chair. And the police were asking me, open the door. I said, break it. I don't have the key. They break the glass. They went in. I said, there's 5 people downstairs.
In our next report,
It was always on my head, so what happened with you?
a reunion more than 20 years in the making. I'm Mary Murphy, Pix 11 News.